falling right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Get underway. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll try the right side. There he goes. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got a man, it's Green. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's why as a defense you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football and you're able to make a tackle.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Oh, what a cut! He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hamilton. Breaks in. Got enough space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. making adjustments. Leaves it with the running back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They'll run for it. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
He might want another play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it down the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Makes the grab on the left. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Jacobs. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know.
Touchdown Seminoles! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Ready to fire from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. He'll make the stop at the 21 after a pickup of about 5. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Trying to get the corner. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
And everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run to the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. They'll toss it to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This crowd knows when to bring it. 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolute shank. Missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Quick completion to the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Using his legs, it's Braswell. At 45 on his way. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 26, it's a gain of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got the quick pass. Got some room under the goal line. Touchdown, no! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Finally running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
They They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. A run for the quarterback. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Hill. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's got it on the right. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. Fights off the defender. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. The short hands, it's Hamilton. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Hamilton. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking for a crease. It's Green.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Grab near the marker. It's Hamilton. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
It's so important in football that wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page. They're understanding where I got to get the first down. Great job understanding where that marker was. Great execution, first down.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll give it to Johnson. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Creates a little room. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense...
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Dogs! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
The Seminoles will hustle to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Under fire. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at every snap.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Hunt is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Quarterback on the keeper. Quarterback gets past the marker. Still running at the 40. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll go to the ground. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Johnson. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. Now on 2nd down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this 2nd half, defense picking up where it left off.
That's caught. It's Davis. Turning it on. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Knowles in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. This one's complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Knowles come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. To the ground with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And this guy stood in the pocket, and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. He really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Offense is stopped. will be a turnover on downs.
One final play before the end of the quarter. They're trying to get some breathing room from deep in their own territory. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Leaves it with the back. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. The Dogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this...
There he goes! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, running back gets the give.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the move, still looking. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
He'll do it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Bunch formation for these receivers. On the move, it's Hill. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. Breaks into the open. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
You know, as a coach, you have to love the progression your quarterback has made. After that nightmare of a performance a week ago, throwing 3 picks, he was able to put it behind him. He looks like a totally different player this week.
Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Wide open spaces. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And the Dogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Now from inside the red zone. The quick out. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Quick completion on the out. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. And they will score. Touchdown, Georgia!
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
And he added the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Nelson. And that's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Got the 1st down and more. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. It's complete to the right. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the 2nd half, but should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short.
First and 10.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going right to work up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Takes a hit as he fires. Working that left side. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Gain of 25.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to go up top on first down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
At the 40.
It's really not hard to find the difference between this game and the loss last week. Turned it over 3 times a week ago, none today.
And just a great response. Last week, you're probably the reason you lost, and you didn't take care of the football, but now you...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And how about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field. But the defense finally got a stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Dumps it to the back. This time on target. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Offense. Timeout, 27 seconds left.
How impressive has this guy been throwing the ball today, especially after the game he had last week throwing 3 interceptions? He turned the page, he got himself focused for this game, and he's been making outstanding decisions all day long.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. This time, it's complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he tacks on the extra point.
That makes the score, Georgia
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Ready? Longer. Lasso.
Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty.
Ready, set. 42 Spider.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. One more play to pad the stats.
325. Acorn.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Holds it in. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game.